We had some trouble with the audio right there. Hello, test. All right, sorry about that, guys. A little bit trouble with the audio. It wasn't plugged in all the way, but got that going. So, Lieutenant Sign's ability. After you perform a coordinate action, if the ship you choose performed an action or an action bar, you may perform that action. So, just setting that. Daniel is setting that up, telling Josh that that's his ability for the next few turns. Um, so, just in case you missed it, Josh has the initiative. Daniel won, but gave it to Josh. And so we're going to see how this is going to be playing out. All players bringing gas clouds to the field. All right, so it looks like Daniel um, is going to be slamming. Just seeing how that's going right there. So remember, after ship is slamming, they get to use the same template as they did before. For example, we went three straights and now slamming three straight, but after the ship slams, they have to take a disarm token. But the Arsenal loadout allows the engineer to still attack with a secondary weapon, not with a primary weapon. So if it had target lock, it could still use cluster missiles or proton, but cannot spend it. You just use the attack for what it is. So, so using the foils are closed, so it can still boost. And remember, Josh has to remember those S foils. So when the S-foils are closed on the X-wing, when you perform a primary attack, if the defender is in your bullseye, you roll one fewer attack and then you may flip this card. But the reason you want to close the S-foil is because you can do a barrel roll, you can focus and then link that into a barrel. Now, if the S-foils are open, uh, let me pull up the card right here. Find that out. Okay, that was the wrong. Sorry about that, guys. That was the wrong S-foil. It's not integrated S-foils. Alright, there we go. Alright, so when the foils are closed, when you perform power attack, just roll one fewer attack dice. But it gives you a boost action, and you can link a focus into a boost. If they're closed, then he gets back his original attack die, but loses the boost action and the focus boost link action. So you need to decide if you want maneuverability with some action economy or just attack power. Yep, so, and that he decides before he reveals his dial. If he reveals his dial, and they're already set the way that they are. Alright, so it looks like no shots right there, so all players going back to their maneuvers. Looks like Daniel already has Darth Vader and Lieutenant Size dialed down, just waiting on Major Bender. Looks like Garvin's down, and then it looks like the only place from Joshua. There's Wedge, so X-Wings are going down. And Cassian with that stress. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was saying the wrong S-foils. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm trying to look it up. It just said foils, and I just clicked it right there. But yeah, just in the chat, if you guys want to put which one do you think is going to take the advantage in this, don't forget this is round two. Um, the players that win, we're only going 3 rounds. We have over 13 players here that I can count of. I think we're at 14 players right now. We're only playing 3 rounds, so it's going to be the most MOV at the end of the whole tournament that's going to be start taking place. All right, so we have quite a bit of people voting right now for Daniel having the advantage. But you can never roll out Wedge. I've had personally a lot of trouble with Wedge, just reducing their attack dice. Normally Wedge is loaded out with Proton, but since the increase, the first point change of moving protons, I believe from 6 to 12, It put him a little more on check. Well, let's see how when the point changes happen again. All right, Cassian. Okay, using. All right, so what Josh did before revealing that used Cassian's ability. So what Cassian does is at the start of the activation phase, which you do, you may choose one friendly ship of 1 to 3. If you do, that ship removes the stress token. It doesn't say another friendly ship. The wording says a friend. Choose one friendly ship. So he can choose himself if he wanted to. So he cleared that stress right there using his ability. All right. Now Cassian doing what he likes to do is coordinating. That's not Cassian's focus token. That is Braylon's focus token because he coordinated, so nothing on the UA. Alright, Lieutenant Sai going that 4 forward. For such a big ship, he can really move. Oh, sorry. Alright, so 3 forward. There you go. That's much better. Uh, Alright, and these two opponents, Daniel and Josh, by the way, they are friends. They do play against each other quite often. So this is just a friendly rivalry match for them when they got paired up, and they just kind of laughed it off. Yeah. So he chose to coordinate to Major Vendel a focus, and since Lieutenant Sai's ability, like I showed earlier, once you coordinate, you can do whatever's on his action bar, transfer to Lieutenant Sai. So that's why Lieutenant Sai also got the focus token after coordinating to Major Vendel. All right, let's go on that 3 bank. All right, so just establishing that the foils are open. Okay. So just establishing to then the foils were open. Now focusing. All right, and the B-wing just trying to get into the fight, still being close to Cassian for those coordinates. All right, so 2 forward on that. All right, remember, still having the focus token from coordinating the U-wing, the coordination. All right, so Josh asking about Major Vendel's health or hold 3 shield. All right, so Josh right now is deciding a target lock. He just doesn't know who the target lock is, and we're about to see who he's gonna focus on. All right, so target locked the Alpha Star. All right, clearing the target lock for a clear path. That's a 2 straight. Okay, just trying to line it up, making sure everything's good. All right, so there's the 2 straight, and still having the focus from the coordinate, so it gets an action of his own. Um, so decided to return the favor and starting to target lock the B wing. And don't forget, with still having those cluster missiles and those proton torpedoes. Some heavy firepower is about to go on. Here we go, Wedge. Wedge turning into the fight with that 3 bank. Yeah, clears the gas cloud. Being at range 1 of Lieutenant Sai. Decide if he wants to target lock, focus. And he's target locking. Alright, so there's the target lock from Wedge. Letting you know right now, though, that Wedge's S foils are closed. So a mistake on Josh's behalf. Alright, so Darth Vader coming in. Is it a bump? All right, so Darth Vader was a bump, correct? All right, so both mistakes on both players. Darth Vader bumping, losing an action, and Wedge, S-foils are close. That means losing one attack dice. So here's Wedge because Josh has initiative. All right. All right, so here we go. So Wedge is using swarm tactics to Garvin to treat him as a 6. All right, so here we go. 3 to the Alpha class. So 1 hit to the Alpha class. All right, so here's 2 dice from the Alpha class. So we got our evade and a blank, but that's enough to get it away from that. All right, here's Wedge. Oh, so spend the target line. It's 3 dice, even though it's range 1, because remember the S4s are closed. So focus, and 1 hit. So with Wedge's ability though to Lieutenant Sign, doesn't roll any dice because Wedge's ability lowers the agility of the enemy ship by 1 since Lieutenant Sign only has 1, so it just took 1 damage. Alright, so Lieutenant Sign down 1 shield. So here's Vader. Alright, since Vader does not have a target lock on the B-Wing, is only using 2 attack dice. Remember, it has force modifications though, so here's 2 dice. Oh, has to be in the box, so 1 blank. A crit. So 1 crit. So here we go to the B-Wing. And that's an evade. So nothing. Josh coming out with evades. Okay, so here's uh, so the B-Wing has range 1 to the Alpha class. So 4 dice, 3 primary, and then the range bonus, which is 4 dice. So 3 hits. All right, spending the target lock. All right, going for it all. And a focus. So 4 hits, spending the focus on that one. For 4 hits. We got an evade. We got a focus and a blank. So Daniel's deciding if he wants to use the evade or just take the use the focus or take the damage. He's thinking. He's taking the damage. He really wants to do some damage right back at the B-Wing. So, Mage Vermeil using 1 shield. So that was Braylon who just attacked. So now we're going to go to Major Vindel. Alright, so here we go. Cluster missiles to the B-Wing. Alright, so here's 3 dice for cluster missiles. Alright, hit, crit, blank. Okay, he's going to stay that way. And blank. So that's 2 shields off the B-Wing.
I'm going to spend an extra charge to perform another attack against the target, and I'm going to do it on.
Alright, so what cluster missiles? Let me pull this up. Yeah. So cluster missiles, what it does is spend 1 energy after this attack. You may perform this against a different point range 0 to 1 of the defender. So we got a focus, a blank, so 2 hits. 1 evade, so only 1 hit going through. Doesn't have to use the target lock on that, just attack right there. That was 1 hit to Cassian. So Cassian's down 1 shield. Range 2. So here's 3. Cassian, okay, 1 hit, no mods because he coordinated. Alpha class rolling 2 dice. Yeah, and he spent that, yeah. And one hit. Because he already spent the focus earlier.
Okay.
Oh man, so a lot of damage that turn. Both players still 0-0. Lieutenant Sign losing only one shield. Major Vermeil, after all those arcs and everything, only losing two shields. And Vader, of course, is untouched.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Um,
for wedge.
oh, of course, and Lieutenant Sign still gets to attack as well. Lieutenant Sign, range 1 to wedge. More dice.
Roll using an eye.
Alright, so that's a blank in the corner over there. So using the iron for 3 hits. There's wedge, 2 dice. Eyeballs. And doesn't have a focus. So that's 3 hits to wedge. Ooh, that hurts. Already in the first round of combat, Wedge is already on half points. That's putting Daniel in the lead with 28 points. Josh 0. Still anybody's game though. Wedge has been known to do some major damage. Okay, both points are cleaning up. That really would have been nice to have that focus token right there. So it's interesting what's going to happen right now. Lieutenant Sai almost in a box, trying to get out of there. Wants to get that coordinate to either Darth Vader or Major Window. But same thing with Cassian. Cassian probably might try to slow play, trying to get a coordinate to the B wing, maybe other players. But you got to watch out with his cluster missiles. That kind of playing in close formation like that did hurt Josh. And then Vader also needs to be careful because he wants to get his actions. He wants to get a target lock. He wants to get a focus. He's got force. That's what Darth Vader wants to do. So still anybody's game, and I never rule out anything with Darth Vader. I've had trouble versing him many times, and I've seen him pull out major comebacks. So Daniel doesn't have any downs down just yet, and Josh has 2 downs down already. Both Wedge and Cassian, the highest and his lowest pilot skills. And once again, guys, we want to thank you for following us, being part of our RGV community, our Top Gun X Wings. We try to have tournaments every 2 weeks and trying to see them. We're going to try to have a casual stream where we just have fun list going up, and also so we can get better at our streaming process. This is our first major stream, and we really appreciate you guys helping us and giving the feedback on those. So we're trying for the major tournaments, either hyperspace or extended every 2 weeks here, and then casual maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, just everything random. So you'll probably be seeing the same people for the casual ones. All right, so all of Josh's downs are down, but Daniel's still deciding. All right. So Josh going back. All right, Daniel, and this is still anybody's game. 4 arcs, just point in front, moving first. All that's gonna come in play. All right. Daniel's still deciding, and now that's a nice formation of gas clouds. That we have the X-wings being able to turn left or right. There's enough pocket space even for the Lieutenant side to kind of maneuver past that, trying to get that back arc. Even though it wants to be in the front, Lieutenant side, the white Lambda shuttle does not have any K turns. So I think the improvement that they gave on him was a coordinate action and having him a back arc. Even though the back arc is only 2 dice out the back, I mean, it's still better because in 1.0, I remember once I got behind that thing, it was easy pickings. A lot of shields were taken off, a lot of combat that turn, which was exciting. Completely opposite of our first match. It was kind of playing defensive, bait and run, where this is just Let's just see how many dice you can roll and see who can get hit in this match. I like it so far. It's different. It's exciting. Still anyone's match. All right, Josh waiting patiently. Devin's still deciding what he wants to do. All right. Ooh, little dial down. Are we good to go? All right. Ooh. So before anything, he is popping layup, turning all red maneuvers into white maneuvers for this turn. All right. So layup right now. All right. So he's stopping, which normally is a red maneuver, but because of layup, turns that stop into a white maneuver. So he still gets to do an action. So he's focusing. All right. Lieutenant Sai. Oh, trying to get out of there. Oh man, is that some good flying from Daniel? Oh, that is excellent flying. Just right between the two X-wings. All right, so that's a red maneuver, so no action. Yeah, that's a stress token, by the way. I know the glare's in there. All right, so Garvin's going. So here's the four. All right, 4K with Garvin. Garvin has his S foils open. Okay, and that's the good thing about the gas clouds. 4K, there's no. He was losing his action anyways because the 4K is a stressful maneuver. But going over the gas cloud, just loses full action. Wasn't getting anyways, and no consequence there. Could hurt him the next turn though. Oh, there you go. But that 4K is white. I forgot. Popping Leia. So that's a white maneuver, but can't get the action because going over the gas cloud. B Wing is going a 2K. Normally a red maneuver once again, but thanks to Leia, white maneuver. So if he doesn't go over this gas cloud, he gets an action. So we're trying to. Is that clean? It's clean. He gets an action. And we're trying to see. We're predicting that in the next point change for X-wing 2.0, we're probably going to see a point increase on Leia Organa. Man, that is just amazingly awesome. Okay, so Braylon is going to be linking a barrel roll. So here goes the barrel roll. All right. So while he's setting that up, oh sorry guys. While you defend and perform an attack, if you are stressed, you may roll up to 2 attack dice. So he wants to be stressed. So perform it or not, he wanted that. So now he's got a focus action, and he has up to 2 rerolls because of that stress. Very good. So it's almost like a free target lock, and then a focus on that. All right. The Alpha Star. Was that a hard 2? All right. The Alpha Star has slam actions to compensate for the fact that it also doesn't have any sloops, no K-turns on that. So, and Daniel's deciding if he wants to slam or not, or target lock, or turtle up and kind of focus it. Play defensively. Let me find out. We're trying to find out if you can fail a slam. Let's just get some clarification here. Be right back. All right, guys. So we just found out from clarification from one of our TOs that a slam, even though it is an action, it's considered a maneuver. So you can maneuver. So just like a maneuver, you can bump. He still will take the disarm. So he's going to decide if he wants to slam, if he wanted to. All right, nope, still deciding. I mean, there's a major pocket right now where Major Vendel is in. He's as currently where he stands. He has Braylon having him in arc, Cassian having him in arc, Garvin having him in arc, and depending on what Wedge does, possibly Wedge this next turn. So major decisions right here for Daniel, and you can understand why he's taking his turn on that. Taking his time. Excuse me. Oh, looks like a slam's coming in. Oh, that actually might fit. Let's find out. Oh, that made it. Wow, very good find from Daniel, making that in that tight pocket squeeze right there. And there's that disarm for slamming. All right, so we got Wedge over here doing a 4K. Remember Leia's ability at the very beginning of the activation phase? We're considering that a white maneuver, and because they didn't want to mark Braylon, that they did it from nub to nub. That's why the maneuver was like that. And Wedge is focusing. By the way, Wedge's S foils are closed. Josh needs to be remembering to open his S foil so he can get the maximum output of damage for Wedge. Ooh, alright, so it looks like Vader's focusing on Cassian. Alright, so there's a target lock right there on Cassian. And alright, so Vader's popping a force to do another action. Alright, so Wedge, remember Josh has initiative, so he's gonna decide. Alright, so Wedge rolling 2 dice because S foils are closed.
Major binder. While you defend, if you're disarmed, roll one additional dice. Okay, for wedge, takes
Alright, so they're deciding because Major Bender, when he's disarmed, rolls an additional dice, but because he's Wedge, he just cancels it out. So here's 2 dice. So that was a crit, and then we got a focus evade,
So I'm taking a crit.
and there's no more shields.
And exponent? Alright, not bad.
Alright, so we'll just figure something out. Oh, okay, sorry, I missed the damage from him earlier. So Vermil had a panic pilot. Right? Alright. So I must have missed something here. I'm sorry about that, guys. How much hull on Vermil? 1 hull? Alright, so sorry about that, guys. So Vermil's down to 1 hull, and he had a panic pilot on him. Sorry about that. Alright, so he's focusing.
Oh, I should have used fire control system. I'll do it right now.
Alright, so here's fire control. Alright, 2 evades. So 1 shield to Cassian.
Oh, I should have.
Alright, and you keep forgetting about fire control on that one instead of rerolling all.
Now, force. Let me start with. Come over here. And do you think Garvin has Vader in arc? I mean, from my perspective, it doesn't.
Alright, so they're trying to decide if there's arc.
It's been on mine. You can see what he is. You look at the pick.
Alright, so let's see. Let's see if we can get a template. Yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can get a laser going on. Try for Rick. Ask Rick. All right, so we're trying to find the laser to see if we have some arc going on here. All right, so let's determine the arc. All right, so we're trying to see if Garvin has arc.
No, this way. Move it. Turn it. Because it needs to line with all the
Ooh, it's looking extremely close. Try it again with the template. Might need to call a judge on this one.
Your call. It's your call. I don't think it is.
All right.
We'll call it now. So from Garvin to the Alpha class.
All right, so they're calling. So they're saying it's out. All right, so Garvin's changing.
These are
So now Garvin's gonna try to go into the alpha class. 3 hits. Okay, obstructed. Okay. Oh, and
yeah, it does. Wait, how did you change them? Because
oh, the gas cloud only changed blanks. Yeah, so it's a evade, focus, focus. Gas cloud only changes one blank to an evade. Okay, so that looks.
simultaneous firing.
Simultaneous firing still can go on because they're both fours.
So now I'm gonna go from the to the
All right, so we go B wing. The reason Major Vendero's still staying on the board is because still all the fours stay on the board.
Alright, I have.
We have
I have Braylon.
three focuses and blinks. So here's Braylon's ability.
I'll
He
spend
rolls.
the focus token.
So spending the focus now for 4 hits. So 4 hits. So we got 3 hits going into Lieutenant Sai. So down to 1 shield on Lieutenant Sai. That still has a lot of health left. Though.
I can't fire.
Alright, simultaneous fire, but the 4 doesn't have anyone in arc anyways. So he's gone. So now he's out of play. So now we'll go to um
That's a one range.
actually we'll go to Cassian because Josh has initiative, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Cassian is actually shooting first because Josh has initiative. So range 1 to Vader. So 4 dice. Vader also rolling 4 dice because of stealth
I don't
device.
want that there anymore.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna spend the focus.
Alright, so we're going 3 hits and a crit. Yeah.
Can't spend the force.
Spend a force. So hit crit going through to Vader. So that's just shields.
Yeah. Oh my.
And he spent a force. Hit crit, and now stealth device is out. Now here we go with 10 side. Alright, 2 hits. Out the back to the B wing. And 2 hits. Oh, Berlin's Bill, the rerolls,
Oh, never mind.
which is still blank. Alright. So currently as it stands, with Happen, Braylon, and Wedge, that Josh now has 58 points and Daniel with 52 points. So Josh barely taking the lead, but still anyone's game. A 6 point game difference with still 38 minutes left in the round. So Major Video going down. Wedge.
I'm gonna be covered.
Wedge pretty much a little beat up, but he's okay. Josh asking to see Vader's down. Might want to focus on Vader a little bit more. Now that some damage has been done to him. Alright, and he remembered to regain some force. He already marked in on his. Both players with plenty of time left on the clock. You have the two X-wings facing the same direction. It looks like Garvin's going to be going through that gas cloud the next turn, so losing that action is going to hurt. Daniel might want to capitalize on that. Lieutenant Sai either wants to continue shooting out the back, or needs to find a way to get in this fight and start turning around. B-Wing has positioning, can either focus on Lieutenant Sai or start focusing on Vader. And Cassian, it's going to be interesting what Cassian's going to be doing this next round. So it looks like Lieutenant Sai is the only one down right now. Having the Dow in position. Both opponents realizing what they want to do, what they want to focus on, because this can be anyone's game. Taking out one ship, taking out a ship like Wedge can turn the tide for Daniel. But also taking out Vader is just going to be easy pickings for, just get behind it and start picking at it. With one defense dice, it's only a matter of time. So let's see if Vader can carry the team and start pulling together something. Alright, so let's see what's going on right now. Alright, so since this is a tournament setting, Josh asking if he can regen one of his energies for Leia. Daniel saying it was a missed opportunity because you're supposed to regen at the end of the phase, starting the next right before at the end of combat. Since we forgot, they were putting dials down, we'll restart the next combat phase, so we forgot there. Like I said, it's up to the opposing player for a missed opportunity to let it go. Let's see what's happening right now. So U-Wing's down, Lieutenant Sai is down. Alright, looks like Daniel's ready to go. Vader's down is down, now waiting patiently for Josh. Gar still has the B-Wing down, Cassian down, then let's see what his two X-Wings are gonna be going through. Make sure it's the right direction. Alright, all we need is Wedge. Alright. Oh, there's a dial down. There we go. Are we good? System phase. Looks like nothing. Alright, so Cassian, remember the Cassian's ability? Cassian's ability from 1 to 3 chooses the friendly ship to remove the stress. So remove the stress from the B-Wing, Braylon. Alright, now Cassian is closing. Yeah. So now Cassian closing his wings, losing one of a dice. So now down to one green dice. But if he doesn't stop, he can do a 90-degree or 180-degree turn. They rotate the ship. Which, ooh, he's completely turning around. Okay, interesting. But that is a stressful maneuver. It allows him to do that. And now he's only got one defense dice. So this might be the time that Daniel wants to capitalize on hurting Cassian. Remember, Cassian's ability can let him remove that stress that next turn. Alright. Ooh, Lieutenant Sai turning the opposite direction of what I thought he was going to do. Still having that back arc. Okay, and clearing the stress, so he's getting that action. Um, so under the action rules, there's wording that says another friendly ship versus friendly ship. When it says friendly ship, it can apply to the ship itself. Um, if wording said to another friendly ship, then that is specified that it cannot do itself. But Cassian's ability could remove stress to himself. All right, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, friendly ship. Range 1 to 3. Casting cannot remove that stress. Thank you so much, Cal. I appreciate that for pointing that out. Gracious, gracious. And this is why I'm commentating and not playing. You're messing up all types of rules right here, but I'm learning as well. But I really appreciate it. So casting cannot remove that stress off himself. All right, so Wedge doing that 3 bank. Oh, so as he's doing the maneuver, it says before you activate, you may flip this card. So he activated. Just remember during mid maneuver, missed opportunity is Daniel's calling it. So the S foils are still closed for Wedge. So yeah, S foils still closed. I mean, maybe Josh might need another template or put in his card next to his ship. Maybe write a note on his arm. Just remember those S foils, because that's killing him right now. It could be a completely different game had Wedge had his S foils open. Well, we'll see if it matters in the end. I'm sorry, S foils, yeah, open. Okay. So let's see what Vader's doing right here. Okay, we're marking Cassian. And you know this match is going to come down to if Josh somehow loses the match. You know it's going to come down to those missed opportunities. So Daniel being very fortunate for those missed opportunities and is not willing to let Josh recover from those. So Josh, hopefully this doesn't come back to haunt him. Used to mark on his hand, used to put the card next to him or something. Okay, so doing that talent from Vader. Okay, so we're gonna go to Wedge first. Alright, so they're determining to see if Wedge has the arc on Lieutenant Sai. Alright, so it's gonna be a range. I believe it was a range 3, but we're gonna check it again because it would be closest to closest, but within arc, even though it's a range 2, closest to closest, but within arc it's a range 3. Lieutenant Sai has a reinforce, so 2 dice because the S foils, and he blanked out. Technically, Daniel still has to roll for that. Okay. All right. Oh, Wedge. Oh, I'm sorry, Wedge. Maybe that extra dice could have came in. Okay. So the B wing's attacking right now. Range 1 to the lambda. Excuse me, guys. All right, here's 4. Oh, fire. All right, so we got 3 hits and a crit where Shuttle is reinforcing. So 2 hits and a crit. All right, so that's the lambda. 2 hits. All right, and what are we getting with that stun pilot? Is the crit? All right. So Garvin saying doesn't have anything. So now Lambda's firing 2 out the back. Oh, sorry, 3 to the B wing. 1 hit. Is he stressed? So re-rolling with Braylon's ability. Again, re-rolling blanks. Green dice. Green dice a little bit out of focus right there. Sorry about that. All right. So Braylon taking 1 damage, correct? All right. So Braylon. Also, don't forget that crit on Lieutenant Sai, Stun Pilot. Let me bring that up for you guys. Oh, let me see right here. Alright, so it's not letting me pull up the Stun Pilot, but Stun Pilot, what it is after you execute a maneuver, if you move through or overlap an obstacle, automatically suffer 1 damage. So, Lieutenant Sai on 4 hull, Darth Vader with 2 force right there to get him to recharge his force. Then we got Wedge with 3 hull. Bigman's pretty much he's untouched. 4 hull, 2 shield. Berlin 3 hull, and then Cassian 5 hull and 1 shield. Still with 25 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. Yeah, it's getting intense right here. Not looking very well for Daniel though. I mean, Vader can still pull off a miracle.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Uh, Vader was still 3 hull left. All right. Oh, so 1 charge for Leia. Got that. Finally, 1 charge for Leia. All right. So we have that stress right now on Braylon, the B wing, not on Wedge. So Cassian's also stressed, and Vader's also stressed. Stress going around these gas clouds. Not making it fun. Hard to hit. Vader's ready to go. I believe Wedge is ready to go. Cassian's ready to go. Not really a whole lot of maneuvers for Lieutenant Sai. I mean, can't turn around. Most likely a hard turn coming in. Bank. Getting too close to the edge, especially with it being a large base. Probably wouldn't want to risk it. Yeah, we'll see how this turns out. All right, so still having all ships for Josh. A lot of things come up. Okay, so this time, Josh, opening up the U-wing, if he can fold the card. Okay, so wings are gonna be back open. Looking. All right, so Cassian's ability going on the B-wing, removing that stress for Braylon. Okay, there are those beautiful wings opening up. All right, so we have 2 bank clearing the stress and focusing. So back to 2 agility dice for Cassian. So now turn side. Oh, 1 bank. Okay. Cut it a little bit close to the edge. Maybe he wants to still retain that arc as much as he can on the B wing. Ooh, cut it really close. Okay. So let's see what action Lieutenant Sai.
Oh, we had the yeah we have.
All right. So remembering the stream tokens here. All right, reinforcing the back. All right, so it looks like that's it for Lieutenant Sai. Braylon. All right, so Braylon's still trying to finish off Lieutenant Sai, just staying one banked. Oh, and linking. Remember, he wants to be stressed for those rerolls. So pretty much, even though it is a stress, there's that link. So it's almost functioning as a target lock, and then he's going to be focusing. All right, so there's that link. Stress focus K. So next we have Garvin. Ooh. Oh, but did it clear it? Watch it with the wings. Oh, that's. So they're determining if it bumped. They're looking very close from this angle. Kind of hard to see with all the hand motion. So what's happening was that Daniel's saying that it bumped, but Josh was saying that it was touching the nubs before he fully inserted the template in the front. So I think Daniel's calling it a bump. All right, so it's a bump. So getting the stress, just staying right there. It was a close call. Could have been either way, but I guess they decided it was a bump. There was some movement. It was uncertain, so they just went with what they saw. All right, and wedge. And so Josh is hitting himself right here because guess what? Yeah. Yep, exactly, guys. He forgot the S4s. I think really he needs to take the S4 card and put it next to wedge. All right. So yes. Oh, okay. So sticking the S4's card to remember to turn it over. All right, taking the focus. There you go. There you go. All right. Vader clearing the stress. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to recover a force in Vader. Vader has all three forces. All right. So Vader just trying to get in the right position, but he's out of the fight right now. But hopefully this will kind of put him in the fight. Maybe he's got all back arcs. He's got the back to Wedge. Or Wedge is showing him the back. Garvin, Cassian, Braylon. Maybe this is the time for Darth Vader to come in. All right, checking for a target lock on Wedge. Yep, that is in range. Vader wants to target lock, wants to get um, that fire. All right, so we're going to combat right now. All right, so Wedge measuring to Lieutenant Sai. All right, looks like they're getting the two template. There's the range two. All right, range two. So Wedge, two dice again. Okay, with a focus. Spending the focus for two hits. All right, so reinforce from Lieutenant Sai with one. All right, so reinforce. So it becomes one hit off Lieutenant Sai. That's to Lieutenant Sai. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. It seems he took more damage past three turns, but they have it marked on the damage cards on their side.
Oh wait, what the
Wait,
hell?
no, that's what I thought. You had the wrong one. So he's at three hull.
Yeah, he is at 3
There you go. He was looking at the damage deck from the Alpha Star and just kept adding to it. No, so Vader is down. So, but he moved it. Yeah, yeah. So since he moved it, thinking it was the wrong ship, putting the damage next to it. Yeah, I'm just clarifying with them. Just trying to overhear their conversation. All right, so they decided it was gonna be right there. So he's down to 3 hull. Down to 3 hull with that.
This game is already tense for me. Viewing to the lambda.
All right, so now this could be it. Still getting that reinforced for Lieutenant Sai. Yeah, so still has the back reinforced. Okay, so B wing 4 dice.
4 dice. And then we are going to use Braylon.
So Braylon's reroll because he's stressed.
And then we're going to spend the focus. So
All right, so that's 4 hits. All right, here's one. All right, so 3 hits. Okay, now he's gone. I was just getting ready for Lieutenant Sai going down. All right, so can Vader pull off an upset? Okay, Vader against 4 ships. The reinforced token makes it to a minimum of 1. So no matter what, you'd always be suffering 1 damage. But since you roll an evade, it does it to a minimum of 1. So it'd be 3 damage, 4 damage. Then the evade will do that. Oh, you're right. Hey, so wouldn't wait? So Lieutenant Sai, wouldn't he have 2 hull because you got the evade 4 hits, right? He had 3 left, and then the reinforce. Doesn't it add? All right, I'm getting some clarification right here, guys. Hold on. All right, so from both players, they're telling me that the reinforce turns 1 dice into an evade, doesn't add anymore.
Unless it's a zero base ship like the ghost.
Unless it's a 0 evade ship like the Decimator or the Ghost. All right, let's look up reinforce just to be clear on that.
We're gonna do just a straight turnaround. 180 degrees.
Let's find out right here.
It's all my ship and then yours, right? So I can just
Yeah, I believe you're right. Or was it Cal? Yeah, I believe you're right, Cal. But hey, they both agreed on it, so I just think they wanted him gone. Yeah, the reinforced adds. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm seeing it right here, X-Wing 2.0, and then one of the streamers is letting me know on this. During the neutralized result step, the attacker would hit, and there was more than one.
more than one. So
More than one hit or crit. One. Yeah, one evade result is added to cancel one result. Yeah, it's add. It's add result, but we're already past that. Both players agreed on it. Thank you, Cal. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up right there for pointing that out. Really appreciate it. Good job, Cal. Got my wingman right here. All right, Top Gun X-Wings appreciates Cal for being on stream, for catching these things. I'm off to the side commentating, so by the time I get to them and they both agree on it, Um, I'm just trying to overhear the conversation, just trying to commentate on that. They both, I guess that's the way they've been playing. To my main man Cal, great job. But both players, I mean, at this rate, anyways, the tenant's eye on fumes. It's with 4 ships. I mean, it's kind of safe to say that, but we'll see how it goes. All right. So finally, let's go back to Darth Vader. Can Darth Vader turn this around? We're getting some glare, I guess, because the lighting, because the sun. Might need to change some angles soon. Move to the next stream and see if we can do that. All right. So there's a 4K. Turn right. Yeah, he is. Vader's got to work overtime here. All right, with 10 minutes left in the game, let's see what Vader can do here. At least some points. I mean, Daniel's still with 52 points, which isn't bad. All right, so right now they're pointing out on who's halved and who's not. Um, Cassian and Graven are not halved, where Braylon and Wedge are halved. So Daniel maybe just trying to make up some points. Just trying to see what he's going to do. Every night and then. So I'm seeing the chat turn around. I'm just thinking turtle clips of the heart. Great song. All right. So end of that. Okay, we're gonna go to cleanup. All right. So since we're in that, Leia's back to all full charges. Just making sure. Wedge is still closed. Okay, just making sure. Okay, Josh does have the card there, and the card is still flipped to the closed side. Kind of look hard. You can see the boost and the focus boost link. Yeah, Vader might be able to pull this off, but with 3 hull remaining, got all fours, Billion Invasion. We'll see what happens. I've seen some crazy comebacks before in this game. Alright, so we got Leia back on. Okay, 10 size gone, and then Vader's just 3 hull. I mean, it's got nothing to lose anyways. Vader against the world. Well, I guess the galaxy? Alright. So it looks like we're good to go. Too far for Cassian's ability. Just checking that, so cannot remove the stress off Braylon. But flipping the U-wings wings open. Alright, and there's a 3 bank. Um, Alright, so tip just the edge of that gas cloud, but stopping Cassian from getting the action. This could be it for Vader. Vader turns in, maybe. Alright, so you got Garvin turning in Heart 2. Garvin with S4s open. So no boost. Just to focus. Okay, Braylon. A 2 bank, which is white. So that is going to be staying a stressed Braylon. Which he still gets the rerolls on that, so it's not all bad. Oh, could it be that Josh remembered? He remembered! Ladies and gentlemen, Josh remembered to flip the S foils. The wedge, finally full action wedge. I gotta tell him later that everyone in the chat's happy for him. All right, so wedge, no more boosting, but he's got that dice back. Okay, and he's focusing. And now we go to Lord Vader. Oh, he's just trying to get some. I think at this point he's just trying to get some points, maybe some simultaneous, trying to take that wedge at least. Already having the target lock on wedge, correct? Let me clear it up with these guys. Okay, so that is a target lock on wedge from Darth Vader. And he's focusing. Okay. So we're gonna go to the start of Okay, whoa. Sorry, Vader's ability. There's Vader's ability. He can spend a force to do an action that he hasn't done already. Oh, he's spinning the force. To do what? Alright. Alright, he's barrel rolling. And make sure it's all the way. Just wants to get out of Braylon, kind of using the cloud there too. Not a bad idea, playing a little defensively, trying to nick Wedge. Okay, there's that focus. Okay, so now we're going to go to the start of combat with Wedge. Finally, Wedge. So they decided to range 2. Finally, 3 dice from Wedge. Hold on, let me get the dice cam going on. Alright, so hit, crit, and Vader. 2, hold on, it's obstructed. So 3 dice. Okay, and then the cloud. So 3 evades. So it was evade, and blank with the evade cloud becomes 3. Instead of 4 dice, Wedge's ability makes him roll 1 less. So 3 dice, so 3. Okay, so Daniel calling out Jaws saying that he forgot Swarm Tactic, so can't use it. Alright, now Vader. Vader going 3 dice now to Wedge. Alright. Change that to a crit.
And I'm going to
advanced
use
targeting. And fire control to re-roll that blank. Alright, he uses the focus for a hit, crit. This is going into Wedge. Let's see what Wedge can do. Oh! No, one's going through because you can only change a blank. You cannot change a focus. So that was a evade, and a focus. So 1 crit. 1 crit is going through, and it is weapons failure, which is pretty much what he had this whole game. Which is pretty much the whole game. I mean, it's the same thing as him not flipping the foil, so he's back to 2 dice. Alright, so we got Braylon to Wedge, correct? To Vader, sorry. He's stressed. So we got the stress. So 1 hit. Alright, and he got it. Oh, you're right. Thank you so much. I did the crit, but I did not do the points off that. One, 2. Now, Vader's at 2 hull. Yes, it was a hit crit.
Vader shouldn't be at any hull.
Now, Vader's not. I'm saying Wedge is at 2 hull. Clock's about 2 minutes, guys. This might be the last turn. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, roughly. Yeah, Wedge at 2 hull with a weapons failure. Can Vader survive? That's the question right there. I mean, it's, let's see, 115 to 52. Ooh. Doesn't look like But he can. I mean, Daniel could try to get some points. Maybe try to play something. It was a hit crit on that last one. Hit, hit,
Doesn't reveal a sign of dial, right?
Sorry? No.
Alright, so then if that's available before you reveal
No.
a dial.
Yeah. All right. So Cassian's locked in. Garvin's locked in. Wedge is locked in. All right, guys. We got almost a minute. Sorry, someone's asking for time. They got about a minute left, so this is the last turn right here. All right, what's it gonna be? Are we good to go? All right, let's see what they're doing. So they're starting. All right. Oh, Leia. He's popping Leia one last time. All right. All right. So Cassian Hard 2 just trying to meet up with his group. All right. That's time. That is time. All right. So I think Josh is thinking about a coordinate. Yeah, he's coordinating to Wedge. He's got it. So Wedge is going for a target lock. So Garvin going in. He's still a clean Garvin. Hasn't got touched at all. I didn't think he even targeted. I mean, after you spend a focus token, you may choose one friendly ship or range 1 to 3. That ship goes with one focus token. Oh, so that's easy. Oh, so the B Wing doing a hard 1, which is stressful. Oh, but he used Leia, so it doesn't matter. And that might have hurt Braylon actually because Braylon wants to be stressed. So they're marking Braylon to see where Wedge is going to go. So is that a okay? So that 4K, which Wedge isn't stressed. I mean, so it skips the action because of the cloud. So doesn't matter if Leia was there or not. I mean, there's pretty much no actions going on. All right, now the Lord himself. A 4K, huh? Okay, maybe you can try to half. Is Braylon half? Yep. All right, so maybe you can try to take someone out. All right. So we decided range 3. Okay, hold on. All right. All right, so they're determining now that Wedge is going to be attacking Vader. Range 3, trying to see if it's obstructed. I don't think it's obstructed. All right, so it's gonna be 3-on-3. All
Well,
right,
I mean, I can roll 4 2, you can roll 3. Alright, target lock?
I spend the target lock. There's 2 blanks, so 1 hit. 1 hit. So here's 3 dice because normally I'm blank evade. All right. So normally it'd be 4, but because of Wedge's ability.
Wait, no. Um, yeah,
All right. So Vader, who's Vader going after? All right. So go in Wedge, range 3. All right. So you got a focus blank.
there's too many attackers. I'm just not gonna bother.
Well, oh yes, both opponents forgot the weapons failure, but it didn't matter. It didn't hit anyways.
Alright, for fun.
All right. Let me just tell them really fast. I'm gonna tell them to mark it. I mean, I know it's too late, but this is why we have tokens.
Which one? Oh,
No, it's okay. So, not that it mattered because Wedge couldn't hit Vader anyways, but if it did, yeah. But thank you, chat, man. You are my wingman here.
oh my god. You see, this is why I want to
1 dice, 1 evade. So nothing so far. I think that's game. All right, they're gonna measure one more. They're trying to get a laser to see arc with Braylon. Josh is really trying to get the points on Vader. All right, so I got it.
I have no mods.
All right, so this is Braylon. No mods, just 2. All right, evade, and then the gas cloud. So nothing. So Vader survives. Oh, and the U-wing. Sorry, forgot about the U-wing.
You know it's not gonna hit.
All right, range 3. U-wing to Vader. Range 3. U-wing to Vader. Let's see if Vader can go. Oh, hit crits. Hit crits to Vader.
Brilliant evasion.
Brilliant evasion. Using that force. And looks like Vader survives. That's game. There's a handshake. All right, so we have Josh with 115 points and Daniel with 52 points. All right, guys, so that's going to be round 2 so far. We're going to get about maybe a 15-minute, 20-minute break so we can set up the next round. And then we'll see, this is going to be probably our top table with the MOV. And we'll see who we'll announce who the winners are after that. But we got one more round after that, guys. So restroom break, dinner break, snack break, use this time. I'm going to stop the stream and then we're going to come back in about 15 minutes. Thank you guys for your support. Solid list. Thank you, chat. You are doing me wonders right here. My wingman here.